Welcome to my musical YouTube channel. Today I'm not demoing a guitar, but I can promise there will be a new guitar demo soon. But we have more serious issues to talk about today. And I think these issues are so serious that we have to talk from guitar player to guitar player, from YouTuber to YouTuber, from music fan to music fan, from guitar teacher to guitar teacher, and so on, because over the last months and then the last weeks and the last days, you can find on YouTube more and more YouTubers complaining about very strict copyright issues they are facing. These very popular copyright claims on videos you upload. And yes, some of these claims do threaten whole channels. I watched a lot of videos on YouTube in the last days from bigger YouTubers presenting their hassle with copyright claims on YouTube. Paul Davids, for example, with more than 1 million subscribers, or The Guitarologist, or Rick B2, or music producers like The Fat Rat with tens of millions of views. And they report all the same. They get massive copyright claims because of seconds of, for example, from Paul Davids, who is a very, very good guitar teacher, has more than 1 million subscribers and lots of traffic on his channel for good reasons. So, of course, he teaches, for example, how to play a certain song. And not always his own songs. But as we all know, we love music. We like this band or this band. You see, I try to avoid names. And then even if you are young or older, there are songs you like to play and you like to share your emotions with others and show them, hey, I found the chord and everything, and here's how you can play it. And then you get a copyright claim from, let's say, Universal Music because, you used a riff from a song which is not your own. But how should you teach guitar? In this video from Paul Davids, he had another YouTuber bringing up a very, very good argument. I mean, imagine a film school where you are not allowed to watch films or react scenes from blockbuster movies just to learn how it is done as a student because of copyright. I mean, this is insane. How should you teach music without music? For example, in Paul Davids' case, for example, because of a D sus chord he used. Just this one chord. Hey, I don't know which company it was. It shouldn't be named because this can be copyright claimed. I also don't say the band. It's a very famous band. Don't use the name. It's dangerous. You see. Because they used this as the opening chord in one of their famous songs.
I got 15 claims in 1 hour. It is insane. Every one of these mails is a copyright claim by YouTube within the hour. So some person was just checking out my videos and flagging them. They claimed was me playing a D sus2 chord, a beautiful chord, which is obviously copyrighted because it's the first chord of.
What is that? How can you copyright a guitar chord? Come on. What is that? Should I stop playing guitar because of... Should I stop playing guitar because some corporation can dictate me, don't use this chord, don't use this chord, we have analyzed everything, these are the 2 chords you are allowed to play. Hey, this can of course never work. I saw one case where somebody has his breathing copyright claimed. I don't remember the name now. Maybe I find the link again, I put it in the video description here. This was like a huge major label claimed the whole monetization of this video because of 5 seconds of the breathing of the guy, because the algorithm said this is the same breathing like from singer X. Insane. Insane. It wasn't the breathing of the singer X. It was the very, very own breathing, heavy breathing of this YouTuber. This is outrageous. This is, of course, outrageous. It sounds funny, but for this guy, he explained, because he disputed it, it could mean his channel will be deleted. I mean, this is not funny anymore. First off, we have to distinguish, of course, between valid copyright claims and copyright claims which happen because of the broken system. Valid copyright claims, I mean, if somebody is uploading the music video of band X and is monetizing this with ads, of course, this is a copyright violation. I mean, who does this and thinks he's on the right side? But it becomes interesting, for example, when you are teaching guitar and just want to show somebody the opening chords of band X. I'm avoiding to name bands because when you watch these video claim videos on YouTube, you will learn that people get copyright claims on their videos because they only mentioned the name of an artist, of a major artist, or have it in their video title. It seems like the big corporations want to have a piece from the cake when you use the popularity of an artist, for example, in your video title, and by teaching this chord. Of course, this is a gray zone, I would say. Me personally, I wouldn't do this. For what? I'm self-confident enough that I play my own music. But hey, we all have riffs which are so popular in public domain. Everybody's singing the songs, and we want to share these riffs and want to show our guitar colleagues how it is done, isn't it? And now we come to the broken system. The broken system is, how can it happen that somebody even can't mention a name of an artist in a video and gets a copyright claim? What is that? What are these executives of these companies thinking, of these big major labels and whoever? I mean, it's the fans who idolize these musicians. They want to be like them, they want to sound like them. I mean, this is the best advertisement this artist can have for selling his stuff, or for that people are going to the concerts. The problem with the current system on YouTube is, from my point of view, that there's a claimant, there is a company coming and saying, this video, for whatever reason, this is our copyright and we claim it. And then they can monetize this video, even against your will. You can delete it, of course, but then it's monetized and all goes to the company. And the problem is that you can't dispute this claim in a normal manner. You just can say and click a button and say dispute, and, say a few words about it. You cannot prove, for example, hey, you claim something which is not your own. I sent you here a letter from my lawyer or something like that. You even don't get the address of the company. You just get an email address and can hope that somebody is responding. So basically, the system works in the way where YouTube says, and I understand YouTube, we only mediate between the two parties when there's a copyright dispute. And they give you just the address of the claimant, an email address. From this moment on, the video is in dispute, and that's the problem. You, as the creator, have no possibility, for example, like in real life, to have a court decide in 24 hours, this has to be reversed, something like that. You just get an address from YouTube which says this is the email address of the claimant, this is the company name, you can do what you want, accept the claim or dispute the claim. But the problem with this form on YouTube is that when you dispute the claim, you learn that you are threatened with a copyright strike from YouTube in case this dispute is rejected by the claimant. And you can't do anything about it because you only have a mail address of the claimant. And that's it. So basically, the claimant is the court, if you understand what I'm saying. And this system, of course, this is not legal. This is wrong. This needs to be fixed because let's take the case of the Fat Rat. This is a music producer. I'm not really sure. I think he's from Eastern Europe and does popular music, but has millions of views on his songs and on his channel. And there's one song of him which had more than 40 million views, and it was his song. Everything correct, but he had it copyright claimed by another person. And as it turned out, this person was not eligible to claim the copyright. It's a complicated story. I put the links here in the video description that you can see the stories for yourself. And how can this be? And this is when I become anxious, because I know I'm the worst cover musician of all time. I only play my own stuff. But it can't be ruled out by the limitations of the instrument that you have a chord progression which is similar to something. I mean, I don't want to wake up in the morning and being told by YouTube there's a copyright claim on this video of yours because you used copyrighted material, while I'm not aware of this. And what is that?
Where I got a mail from YouTube saying that someone named Ramjets claimed my video. Which means that the video is still running, but the revenue from advertising now goes into his pocket instead of my pocket. I sent all the information to YouTube, all the different registering and the label copy and everything. Roughly a month later, on December 12th, I got an email from YouTube saying that my dispute was reviewed by Ramjets and they decided not to approve my dispute. Oh, and I could appeal this decision, but once again, they would review it and I could end up with a strike on my account, which means I probably would completely stop earning revenue from my music on YouTube.
Of course not. This is total, excuse me, bullshit. This should not happen. And like I said, the system is broken. And as I said in the beginning, this is a situation unfolding right now with a current processes in place coming from America and from other countries where the big corporations are put some things into legislation to control more their content on the internet. But it will be even worse when this Article 13 of the European Union comes into place. I mean, this is very, very bad. This is a very bad development. This I also put the links here in the video description that you are a little bit informed. What does that mean? It means, at least in the case of Article 13 of the European Union, that YouTube cannot say anymore that they are not mediating between parties, because that's, of course, I understand YouTube. What should they do? They try to keep away from big costs, from big legal stress with potentially hundreds of millions of users. And this Article 13 will mean that YouTube will have to pay if they don't care for the copyrighted material in question, not even going live on their platform. And this can only be done by a review process and by so-called upload filters. And guys, what should that be in the future? Should we wait 5 weeks for a video to be approved? Or should we wait forever? Because then the software algorithm tells us you use copyrighted material, even that doesn't tell you what. And what are you allowed to do anymore? I mean, it's like I mean, what I see is the corporations, in this case, not really YouTube. I don't want to hit with a wooden stick on YouTube. It's coming from the greedy corporations who have too long slept asleep of the forever sleeping while the internet was growing around them, and they were in old models, in old business models. Now we have the internet, but they want to gain control again. And if they are successful with this, I mean, can you imagine what a desert YouTube will be content-wise? For example, think it this way. I saw a gamer who also on YouTube who explained and made it evident that when you do a review of a game and stream this game and all is positive, you have no problems with copyright claims on YouTube. But if you say this game is bad or this is boring or for whatever reason, you see, corporations not only want to have the money from the other content creators which use certain products and make it even more popular for these companies. I mean, it's typically a win-win situation. But they want to control that only the positive stories of their product is being told on the internet. This is wrong. This is not the internet anymore. This is, you name it. And what can be done? What can be done? With this video, I just wanted to tell you my thoughts. The thoughts are clear. First, if you belong to the persons who upload copyrighted material, let's say a full music video of your idol under that name, and monetize this video and upload it under your YouTube name, of course this is copyright infringement. I mean, this cannot work, guys. And you are part of the problem here. So I urge these guys, also when they are younger, understand that not everybody is giving his artwork for free away. I'm not talking about myself. My backing tracks you can have. I post them on the internet, but I'm no idol. I am no special person like Mr. X. I don't use the name. You see where the problem is? I mean, if we are forbidden to use the names of certain people in videos we are creating, what is that? That's a broken system. Yes, and there are so many other examples, I mean, where this copyright really becomes a problem right now and also in the future. Think not only about the gamers who stream their games with their guys and create good content with that, because they use the game of a company and they, the players, entertain the audience and, by the way, make advertisement for this game. But that's not the only thing. Think about the people who are in holidays and stream 10 seconds from a disco where they are partnering with a nice dancer on the dance floor, and there's some music running in the background. What should I do? Mute all everything? Who's the star in the video? The shitty bang bang music or the people who are dancing? And it goes on and goes on. You have a video and there's a radio playing in the background. You even didn't think about it, and then bang, copyright claim because 10 seconds of some stupid music is running in the background while you're telling a totally different story. Then there are the film critics. Imagine the internet without film critics. I mean, if it's not possible anymore to criticize a film and show, let's say, 5 seconds of a short scene that the people understand what they are talking about, this should not be fair use anymore. This is just a system out of control. This system is out of control, and we all need to do something. Speak with your fellow YouTubers, make them aware of the problem, and if you are an adult, speak with your politicians, your local politicians, send emails to the lawmakers in the parliament, whatever, create petitions, I don't know what. This has to be fixed by politics, and it should not be allowed that some corporations ruin the internet entirely with this sort of copyright war against the creators. The European Union lawmakers who ruled in favor of the copyright holders, their process will lead to an internet where I even don't get the chance to watch that anymore. I can't watch Twitch in the US anymore because they shut it down for European users. What is that? I'm very sorry with a serious topic here, and I could rant and go on forever. You know what I mean. Let's do a brainstorm and do not let it happen that the big corporations ruin the internet and all the positive experience we have with music, the joy of our life. I mean, is it the copyright of a greedy corporation to criminalize us because we are loving our instrument and by accident playing the wrong chord in the wrong time? This is insane. This criminalization has to be stopped, and the real culprits have to be identified, and the processes have to be made very, very different. And for that, what you can do is, if you are an adult, go to your local politicians, send emails to your lawmakers or whatever, who is responsible, because this has to be solved by politics. We see it here in the European Union with this Article 13, which is threatening our freedom of speech. Total control, upload filters, everything will be checked before it goes online. This is the death of the internet as we know it. Please don't let this happen. And This being said, I'm coming back soon with a guitar demo. Have fun, and I wish you lots of musical inspiration. Bye bye. See you next time.